Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be the betrayal. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the betrayal, I'm going to read a definition of what betrayal is, and then I'm going to jump right into the thumbnail, hence the video. So the betrayal is the sense of being harmed by the intentional actions or omissions of a trusted person. I'm sure you know what that means. I'm sure you've experienced betrayal in your life, and when you are betrayed, it is not something pleasant. It usually happens under cloak and dagger. It happens from somebody that you least expect it. Now, life isn't all puppies and rainbows, and always we don't get along with other individuals, but you do have or you did have an inner circle of people. Example, your trusted family members, friends, relationships, business relationships. And it is most times where the betrayal will happen is from these people. Those usually, they're the closest to you. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear. And you're probably saying, Andrew, like, this is a positive channel about awakening, enlightenment, and getting over the narcissistic abusive cycle. And it is, absolutely. But betrayal is an instrumental part of the narcissistic abusive cycle, because remember, when you met the narcissist, they were wearing a mask. They were manipulating you, and they were portraying themselves to be one individual when in fact they were somebody completely different. Hence, you were betrayed. Betrayal is a nasty thing to have happen to an individual. It usually comes out of left field. It usually happens, again, from those that are closest to you, from people that you counted on, that you trusted, that you believed in, that you shared information with, and that you thought were part of perhaps your inner circle. Maybe it was even your spouse, or perhaps a sibling, or somebody in the family. Many times betrayal happens because people are jealous or envious, or they want what you have, or they want to be you. You see, betrayal is not a good thing. It is when somebody has decided to take action, not in a good way, but actually to betray you, to do you wrong. And again, just like the definition that I mentioned to you, described, it can be by them omitting information or sharing false information or sharing information you shared that was secret or private. But when you are betrayed, it really takes the wind out of your sail, because you thought that you could believe in this person. Now I'm going to fast forward to the narcissistic relationship. You thought that you could believe in this person, and that you could share your innermost feelings or thoughts or ideas with this person or these people. And again, this could be in any capacity. It can be in a business relationship, it can be a sibling, it can be a lover, it can be a friend, it can be part of a community, it can be anybody. But when you're betrayed, believe me, you know it. And if you are in a narcissistic relationship, I am certain you were betrayed countless times. Yes, not just the discard. Believe me, you were betrayed from the minute you met the narcissist up until the ending of the relationship, and even past that if you experienced the smear campaign, which I'm certain you did. Because why? Because the smear campaign, remember, that was meant to instill the most pain upon you. It was meant to isolate you. It was meant to betray you and spread false truths about you. Complete nonsense. And again, this was on purpose. But if you've experienced this, and you've experienced the toxic narcissistic relationship, then you know what betrayal means. It is something that you feel alone, that you are on an island all by yourself, that no one will listen to you, that no one cares about you, and that no one is going to come to help you out. And many times, if you were discarded, that is the truth. It really is. Yes, you'll have some support from certain individuals, but most likely, most people will, again, like I mentioned frequently on the channel, they will have either checked out because they don't want to deal with your situation. Number two, some people are actually happy this negativity / discard happened to you. Or number three, they have their own problems, their own issues, and they can't spend energy on you. But again, post-narcissistic relationship, or after the betrayal, the ultimate betrayal, which was the discard, you're going to find out who your friends are. You're going to find out who your true believers in you are, because these people will be few and far between. And again, I am not trying to trigger you or upset you. I'm just letting you know that you will really find out when you're at your lowest point in life, or one of your lowest points. That is when you need the most help. That is when you need someone, anyone, to listen to believe in you, to trust you, and to help you along the path. What you don't need is to be betrayed or kicked when you're down, or to be left feeling isolated or alone. Again, that's what the narcissist wanted. If you were discarded, you were isolated, you were left alone. You were literally left like a sheet of paper crumpled up on the freeway. And you know exactly what I'm talking about because I use that reference frequently. But the betrayal, these betrayals happened all throughout the relationship. Let's dig into that for a moment. When you first met the narcissist, were they authentic and genuine? No, they betrayed you from the get-go because they were manipulating you. They were future faking. They were wearing a mask. They were totally leading you on. And then the love bomb / euphoric stage happened. Now that, of course, it perhaps was a pleasurable period of time, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months, who knows if you experienced it at all. But was that genuine or authentic? No, that was to get you hooked and or consumed by the narcissist so you would attach to them, and of course they would not attach to you because remember, the narcissist can't fall in love and they have no empathy. They just wanted to extract your resources from you. And then after they knew that they had you where they wanted you, which is in the narcissistic fog, you are now entering the devaluation stage, which is where everything isn't all unicorns and rainbows. Everything is not what it appeared to be. And this is where the betrayal really takes a turn. Because now you're not the flavor of the month. Now everything you say isn't cute and funny. And now you're texting, but you're not getting replies or responses. You're getting either the silent treatment, or you're getting, oh, my cell phone lost battery, or I had no signal, or I was too busy, or I was on a call, or I missed it, or I don't prioritize your texts, things like that. You would hear all these things and many more. But when you were being devalued, you were experiencing betrayal. Why? Because many times the narcissist would be out doing things, and they would be telling you that they're doing A, B, and C when they're doing X, Y, and Z. And perhaps they kept you in charge of the house or paying the bills or planning vacations or spending your time, money, energy, effort, love, empathy, everything while they were gallivanting around the globe doing whatever they were doing. In other words, getting your replacement or the new supply or the new supplies. And yes, that person or people will experience the betrayal themselves, just like you did. Only the difference is it will most likely happen at a rapider rate. And the relationship may or may not last as long as yours did. It doesn't really matter. My hope is that you're out of the narcissistic relationship and you're living your best life. But when you experience a betrayal in the narcissistic relationship or in life in general, it really stings. It hurts because you put your love and your trust and confidence and your spirit into an individual, believing that they had your best interest at heart, and they didn't or they don't. And it really hurts. That's a learning lesson for you. It certainly was for me, that most people on the planet don't have your best interest at heart. And they have self-serving ideas. And they want to use you to get what they want from you. In other words, they want to manipulate you. Or they want you to not believe in yourself. They will say things to demean you or diminish your accomplishments or who you are as an individual. That's what people do. Why? Because many toxic / not healthier individuals compare themselves with you. They always have. It's just that recently you didn't realize it until you found channels like mine and many others. And again, thank you very much for being here. But did you ever compare yourself to another individual? Probably not. I mean, sure, you may have said, yeah, I got a B in social studies and my best friend got an A. Okay, great, whatever. Next time get an A, try harder. I understand. But did you actually compare? Was it a race? Were you always in competition with your friends? No, you weren't. I'm certain you weren't. I wasn't. I never was, and I never will be. Why? Because I live my best life, and so should you. But what does the narcissist do? They don't. They're always in competition. They're always comparing with you, and they're always trying to one-up you and to be better than you and think that they're better than you. Because the narcissist false narrative in their little Hollywood movie playing in their pea brain, that's exactly how they look at things, that the world revolves around them. And they believe that they can betray people at the drop of a hat. Why? Because it doesn't matter to them. They don't care. They care about one person on the planet, and it's not you. It's themselves. So whereas you, if you were betrayed in the narcissistic relationship, and I'm certain it was dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of times, I'm certain of it, yeah, that hurts. And when you finally come to the realization that the person that you're thinking about right now as you're watching the video is and or was a narcissist, well, then that clarifies a lot of things, doesn't it? It illustrates the poor behavior of the narcissist, and it illustrates exactly how they just wanted to extract your resources from you, hence the betrayal. The betrayal happens ultimately throughout the whole relationship, like I've mentioned, but when you're discarded, that means that your replacement and or the new supply has already been lined up, and they've extracted most, if not all, of the resources from you. And most times it's at a pivotal point in your life, meaning around the holiday season or your birthday or a death in the family or when you really need help or when you just lost your job. In other words, the narcissist likes to kick you when you're down. They really like to do damage, inflict it as much as they possibly can. And betrayal is just another weapon that the narcissist uses in their arsenal of manipulation, lies, deceit, destruction, devastation, and causing havoc. That's what they do. Keep in mind again, the narcissist will never give you closure. So if you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I was betrayed and they absolutely crushed me and I'm looking for closure from the narcissist, it's never going to happen. You're going to have to give that to yourself. You're going to have to understand that this relationship you were in, it was toxic, it wasn't healthy, it was painful, it was difficult, but you are on the healing path and or you have healed and you're moving forward. And I'm not downplaying anything. It's a very difficult pill to swallow to understand when you're betrayed by anybody, let alone when you are in a narcissistic relationship and you're being betrayed over and over and over again, yet you continue to work harder for the relationship and for the person who turns out to be a narcissist because perhaps you believe you're in love, or perhaps you believe this person will change, or perhaps you believe that the business can't succeed unless you continue to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, while the narcissist is doing what? That's right, they're doing nothing. They're just piggybacking off of your hard work. But that's what the narcissist does. They always piggyback off of your hard work. They always piggyback off of the fruits of your labor. If you really dig in deep, you will understand the narcissist is built to do one thing, which is take, take, take. And when they're done, what do? That's right, they take more. But no longer do we allow that to happen. And we now have boundaries and we're now people pleasers and we have moved forward, it's my hope. But the betrayal, it's unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's not a good feeling to experience a betrayal, whether it's in a narcissistic relationship or not. But post-narcissistic relationship specifically, when you actually identify that you were betrayed from the minute you met them until when the smear campaign is finally ended, if it ever does, and I can't say that it ever does, that's when you get the message that there are people on this planet that don't have your best interest at heart, and the narcissist is certainly one of those people. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware and understand that betrayal is not a good thing. Whether it happened to you when you were a child, teenager, young adult, or yesterday, it's not fun. And you should do your best to not betray people. I certainly don't, and my hope is you don't either. But if you're on the channel, you've made it this far in the video, again, thank you very much. I'm certain you were betrayed countless times in the narcissistic relationship. We need to move forward to heal, to learn, to grow, to teach if we can, and to become the best versions of ourselves possible. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. God bless you. I love you. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. No outdoor video today because it's getting late, but I will shoot an outdoor video tomorrow. I love you. Good night. Bye.